What is up, everyone? My name is Sydney, and I'm going to be reviewing this book. So, American Royals. What is American Royals?
What a great question.
So, American Royals is basically the story of, you know how George Washington, we won, everyone's seen Hamilton, right? Or heard of Hamilton. We won the Revolutionary War, and then we became a democratic government. Well, this story is, hey, what if when Washington won, instead of becoming a democratic government, we became a monarchy? We follow people who are in the royal family of America. This takes place 250 years after the Revolutionary War, so around, this time, 21st century, except instead of having, crazy political drama, we have crazy royal family drama, which is also can be political, but not so much in this book. But I'm anticipating that there will be more politics stuff coming up. So when I picked up this book, I thought it was a standalone, but then about 300 pages in, I checked the back and it was like, whoa, and I was like, okay, guess it's a series, because I'm down for it. In this book, we follow 4 characters. The first character is Beatrice. Beatrice is around 21 years old, and she is in line to become the queen, the first queen of America. The second POV we follow is Samantha. Samantha is Beatrice's sister, who is constantly feeling left out because she's just like the spare. Her nickname is the Sparrow because she's a spare sibling. All of the spotlight is usually on Beatrice, so Sam tends to feel like what she does doesn't matter. Another character we follow is Nina. Nina is a commoner, as you know, us regular folk, and she is best friends with Sam. They met when they were really young because their mom worked in the royal palace or whatever. She worked for the royal family. The other character we follow is Daphne. Daphne, I don't even know what Daphne is the villain, I don't know. She's just gets on my nerves. She's just obsessed. Daphne is just obsessed with becoming a part of the royal family, and I hate her. We follow these 4 characters on their quest to, I don't even know, they all have their own individual quests. You just have to read to find out. But it is full of forbidden love. It's full of, there's some family stuff too, but this is mostly like a love story. And I like love stories. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And also, Beatrice has to deal with becoming a queen, and then, there's a lot of, miscommunication between a lot of the characters, so they have to deal with that as well. All characters are above, 18. If I had to get this a rating, it would be PG, PG-13, probably PG-13. And I definitely recommend reading this book. It is so good. I literally read this. I read the first half. I just sat down from, 7 p.m. I bought it. I was back home at 7 p.m. and then I read it until 12:30 a.m. It was just so good. And then I was like, I need to take a break, because it's that midway point in the book when you're like, God, everything terrible's happening, but so that is basically the synopsis of this book. I definitely recommend reading this book. It is so good. But now we are going to discuss spoilery stuff. But I just want to discuss everything that happened in this book and my predictions for the next one. Okay, here's a sneak peek of the book. Bye! Okay, let's get into it. First off, right up on page 10, Beatrice's parents, the king and queen, are like, look, bro, you need to find a husband because you can't do this alone. And she's like, Beatrice is like, I need a crown. I really don't have a crown. You're telling me that I need a husband to, I'm the first queen. I can totally do this by myself. The king and the queen, they're like, look, yeah, I know, you can definitely do this by yourself, but it would be loads better if, you had someone to lean on. I mean, even when you look at United States of America, almost all of the presidents were married. It's good for, public face, for the ruler to, be in a stable relationship. Let's just talk about Beatrice. Beatrice is by far my favorite, point of view to read from. Hated Daphne. Okay, we're not there yet. Beatrice was just my favorite because I felt that she was the most mature. I had some issues with the other characters, especially Daphne, which I've already said. I was basically thinking, once we found out about this Beatrice-Connor relationship, which I absolutely love, they're so cute. I was like, Beatrice should just run away. I know she has to serve the country, but I don't know, to me, I feel like she doesn't want to be queen. The king even talked to Sam about being some type of like advocate, like, and he eventually gives her a position in their, like, I don't know, the government. I feel like Sam wants to be queen more than Beatrice wants to. So I was thinking Beatrice should just like run away with Connor, which she doesn't do because she's like, no, I need to serve. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you do you. I actually like the point that they make in the book that with monarchies, like, you never had, like, when you're like the presidents always have to worry about, I need to be reelected, so I need to do whatever I think will keep me reelected. But when you're in the monarchy, you can focus, I guess, more on doing good for the people because you don't have to worry about being reelected, if that makes sense, which I kind of like. I feel like, I don't know. Okay, I just need to talk about Daphne. I could just see no redeeming qualities in Daphne. All Daphne wanted, or wants, is to be part of the crown. Like, she doesn't even like Jeff. She likes this other guy, Ethan, who was just, like, there. Like, I mean, I guess that's we don't see from Jeff's point of view, but I feel like Ethan is just, like, there. I feel like Daphne is just there. I really feel like she doesn't need her own perspective. Like, every time a Daphne chapter would come up, I'd be like, oh God, like, usually if I was watching a TV show, let me just, like, skip through, but, you know, you have to read it because all the chapters intertwine. And maybe I missed it in the book. Like, why does she want to have the crown? Like, what does she think it's going to get her? She's not happy when she's doing it. Like, she hates everything she's doing. She's like, I'm volunteering, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, I know her parents are somewhat, like, forcing her to do it, but I just don't understand why she wants it. I'm just like, bro, you can do so much more with your life. You're clearly good at being this, you know, princess to be. I'm sure if she put her energy elsewhere, she could be better. I just hate Daphne with, like, a burning passion. My God. Oh yeah, so Nina, like, there's a lot of, like, foreshadowing in this book. Oh my gosh, Sam is going to be so mad at me. I can't tell her. I can't tell my best friend, girl, you like her brother. I'm like, it's like the Victoria Justice.
My best friend's brother is the one for me. BFB, BFB. My best friend's brother, my best friend's brother.
Good song. And Sam wasn't super mad when she found out. And, like, someone character said, they were like, Sam would be happy about this, like, her two favorite people getting together. And, like, this is like Friends a little bit. This author definitely likes Friends. There's a character named Rachel, and there was, like, one, like, mention of a character named Monica. And, like, this is Friends. So Daphne kept trying to, like, tear them apart. And, like, yeah, Nina's like, oh, I don't fit in this world. And, like, she has a valid point. Like, I get it. I mean, they're not even becoming the king and the queen. I feel like Jeff can do what he wants. He's a guy, so they'll accept it. And, like, it's not like Nina's terrible, but it really shows, like, how manipulative the media can be. Oh, and it's just weird that he's just, like, accepting her back into his life. Like, he's totally oblivious, I guess. We don't know exactly what he's thinking, so he's just, like, especially at the hospital. Oh my God. I was like, bro, Nina should have just walked right up there. Like, especially for Sam too. Like, bro, you've known Sam your whole life. Not even calling her, just texting her. Back to Daphne real quick. They were alluding to Hamari's accident because Hamari's in a coma. And I'm like, oh great, Daphne probably did it. And I thought Daphne, like, pushed her down the stairs. I don't really remember, but I guess they drugged her. They drugged Hamari, and then she fell and is in a coma. And at the end, Hamari squeezed her hand. Like, Hamari is definitely gonna wake up. This reminds me of Scandal. It's like Selection and Scandal kind of together. Kind of, but not really. Hamari's in a coma. She's definitely gonna wake up and tell Jeff. Hopefully it'll happen in the beginning of that second book. I can't relate to Daphne at all. There's no, like, reason, like, she just wants a crown for the crown. And I'm like, bro, you're not even going to be queen. Like, what are you gonna do? Kill Beatrice to get the crown?
Bet she would.
Let's talk about better stuff. Connor and Beatrice. Because Beatrice needs someone like Connor. He's not, like, wimpy, you know? I've never been in love. Given the circumstances, I've never really had a chance. Have you? I have. Well then, I'm happy for you. You shouldn't be. Obviously he was talking about her. It's so clear. She recoiled a step. Whatever he was talking about, whatever past love affair of his had gone wrong, she didn't want to hear about it. Like, bro, it's you. It's not a past love affair. It's a current love affair. They're honestly so cute. Like, I like it. Okay, New Year's. First off, it's New Year's. You know, stuff's gonna go down. This can't go well. Like, they're by themselves, and I know their parents are there, and, like, there's other people, but I'm like, a cabin. bro. And then Daphne shows, oh god, Daphne. I really liked that Beatrice and Connor were like, you know, snowed in at this little place, and like he was teaching her how to, not teaching her, but it was just like he had to make the pasta because she couldn't make the pasta because she doesn't know how to do anything, and she's like, I'm useless, and he's like, no you're not, and she's like, you know what I mean, I'm useless. Oh, there was something funny. It was right when they got to the cabin, she was like, you don't have to scowl, you don't have to stand and scowl, and he's like, maybe I like scowling, or like whatever the word was. I was like, that was funny. Beatrice never gets to be herself. She always has to put on a front. She always has to put on this face. Oh my god, it was just so heartbreaking because then once she found out like her dad had cancer, which was super sad, she was going to have to marry someone soon. But I wanted to like try to convince, you know, her dad that she and Connor could be together. She planned this release of like their engagement and made sure that Connor wouldn't be there, and then Connor comes in, she sees the pain in his face and how hard it is, and like she feels it, but she had to keep the smile on the whole time because that's what she said. She's been through all this training, and it's like she didn't want him to find out like that. She wanted to keep going their little, you know, stuff, even their half relationship, stolen moments. Oh, and then when he proposed to her, like that was so cute, like with the Sharpie, and he was like, it's kind of like Grey's Anatomy a little bit, like pick me, choose me, love me. Every fiber in her being wanted to say yes, but she couldn't because of her dad and because of her role. Like they said, you have to choose the crown. You know, you choose America. If you're ever debating between yourself and America, choose America. Things are starting to change. First woman queen, why can't she marry a commoner? And it's the same thing what we're seeing with Nina and Jeff, is like people started to like Nina after some time. They're saying like, even commoners can find their prince or whatever. There was this thing when they were skiing, Daphne, like it was from Daphne's perspective. That's when Ethan told her that he was pretty sure Jeff was seeing another girl and that he thought it was Nina. She was like, no way, he would never. She literally says that she will push Nina out of her way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna push her down the stairs like she pushed Tamari down the stairs. And the rest of the Daphne chapters after this was like, how can I sabotage Nina? Like, how can I break them up? And then I'll just show up coincidentally to Jeff and be like, oh my god, what's wrong? Like, I literally hate her. Like, bro, if he was really Jeff's best friend, he would be telling her about Daphne, about like what she's doing. Like, bro, bros before hoes, am I right? Oh my god. When Daphne like outs them, because I knew it was her with the Daily News or whatever, it's like, honestly, someone needed to, but I guess that wasn't necessarily the best way. Sam and Beatrice's sister relationship, I feel like they both wanted parts of each other's lives, but they were never talking to each other. Like, Beatrice was like, I'm jealous of Sam. Sam is like, Beatrice, blah, blah, blah. And like, they both kind of wanted each other's roles because that was something they could choose. They both didn't like the way that they were living because they couldn't choose that. But then I really liked the scene when they were making pasta. Like, Beatrice was trying to make pasta, and like Sam knew how to make the mac and cheese. That was a good scene once they were friends again. And like when Nina and Sam stopped fighting. You and Beatrice are friends? How long was I gone? Because I don't know. I would love to hear like more stories about when they were kids, because I find that stuff like really cute, like before like everything went terrible. Like, I wonder when exactly they started to break away. There was a scene when Beatrice was 10, so Sam must have been like 7 or 8, and their dad was becoming king. Sam asked Beatrice, she was like, who's he talking to? And then Beatrice was like, everyone, America. Sam like commented, even then Beatrice knew she was going to become that queen, like the next queen, and that's a lot of pressure for a 10-year-old. When Nina and Sam got into the fight, when they had their fight, I was like, yes, Nina, go off on Sam. She was saying, you know, like, I've always had to play second fiddle. It's always about what you want. You never ask me what I want to do. You didn't ask me about the tattoo design. It's always assuming that I can go. I was like, Nina, yes. Because Sam is literally so immature in the beginning. Nina and Sam can hopefully be stronger moving forward. Also, I felt like it was kind of weird that Sam liked Teddy so much. They never really talked. They had like one moment in the beginning of the book. She's like, I love him. Like, she doesn't say that she loves him, but I don't know, maybe when you feel a connection, you know, but because like Beatrice and Connor, they've known each other for at least 4 years. I hope Beatrice will still marry Connor. She probably won't, because her dad died and his last breath was like, about Teddy and Connor. and like dies. I'm like, bro, so way to be dramatic. I had predicted in the beginning when he was telling Beatrice, like, oh, your mom and I, we were an arranged marriage and look how happy we are. And I'm like, there was definitely another woman. Beatrice is probably going to be like, I want to do what my father wanted. I want to, you know, I need to marry Teddy, which would suck for a lot of people. No one would be happy. Teddy doesn't love her. You know, Teddy likes Sam. Beatrice loves Connor. Beatrice thinks about at the end, Sam could be queen. You know, like Beatrice considered it. What if I didn't have to be queen? But then, like, what is this going to turn into? Like an election? Like, isn't that the whole point of this book, is the monarchy? Or is this going to show that monarchies and royal families are just not the way to go? Like, I don't really know. I hope we get to see more, like, life outside of the palace. Like, I liked seeing, like, what, you know, life is like, basically. I want to know more about commoners' problems, like what problems are occurring in this country, what's happening in the country, what can they do to make it better. I want to know more about what's happening outside of America. I don't know if we'll find out. Hey, it's Editing Sydney, and apparently I never filmed an outro, so thank you for watching. If you like book content or random content, subscribe. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this channel, but I know there will definitely be videos about books. If anyone has any recommendations for books that I should read, please comment them below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching my video.